What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to the 5th episode of Kageki Shojo. This one's titled The Chosen Maidens. Okay, so moving on now. We've kind of handled the eye stalker situation for now. Turns out he's not actually a stalker. He's just trying to apologize for seemingly thinking he was the reason why I became the way she did and why she ended up out of JPX and everything that happened beyond that. When actually it was, there was a whole lot more to that situation going on with her family and her home life, which was horrid to see. And so we kind of work through that through the episode. I is very frustrated that Sarasa seems to be just like hanging out doing stupid stuff with this apparent stalker. But ultimately, she kind of understands that really that wasn't why. She kind of understands a bit more of the situation, and is starting to, I think is the important bit there, starting to move on from her fear of men, and to, she's confronting it now, rather than just trying to run away and hide from it and try and forget it. She's trying to confront it, and as Sarasa kind of put it at the end of the episode, Sarasa mentioned, as the episode was Tears Overwritten, overwrite those bad memories with good ones. So make more good memories to cover up the bad. Importantly, we did not see Sarasa's facial expression as she said that. We just saw her from the back say that. And because we didn't see her facial expression, it makes me think that Sarasa has her own bad memories that she's trying to overcome as well. And maybe that explains some of her carefree, happy attitude, is that she's trying to put this on a bit more and exaggerate it because she doesn't want to get bogged down in the negative feelings. So we haven't really seen her in super negative feelings yet. Like, we've seen glimpses of it. But I think that episode kind of implied there was a bit more to it. Like, why is she so gung-ho desiring to play, what was it, Oscar? In this Coca play? Like, why is she so driven to be the top? Like, there must be some reasoning behind it, other than just, like, base reasoning. So, I'm wondering if that includes some of her backstory as well in that, going forward. So, yeah. It was a very good episode. I like how we're dealing with, darker subjects in this show. It's something that, whatchamacallit, I forgot the name of the show. Kimoji Hen, there we go. It was something that show did very well as well, in exploring darker backstories to these characters, which is something I more and more increasingly want to see from shows. When you're doing a backstory and a reason for your character to be down, or to be mistrustful of someone, to hate someone, to have any of these types of traumas that come with just life, ultimately. I'm enjoying the fact that they are going to darker routes with it. And we still have one to go, because, what was the character's name? I think it began with a Y. Was it a Y? Yeah, Ayako Yamada. This is the girl who seems to be having, well, potential eating disorder, I think, is more than likely. As part of being a Coca actress, as I expect, weight is a very important factor. Your figure is a very important factor. I assume this applies to like models as well, idols as well, almost certainly. You have to be very well regulated, and she's going slightly over, and she's, I don't know whether she's just having problems with it, like, in general, or if it's the stress that's causing the eating disorder, because stress has a massive impact on, like, any medical thing, and it's incredible how fixing the cause of stress can ultimately have such a benefit to your physical self. It doesn't really seem to make sense. Like, curing stress doesn't seem to be like, okay, why would that biologically help? But honestly, it really does. I think Cells at Work kind of explored that as well, how stress can, like, just be a multiplier on any instance you're having. Like, you can be ill, but if you're ill and stressed, then the illness just gets so much worse. And I think we saw her, was it last episode, right at the end, that she was vomiting into the toilet? So she is not having a good time of it right now, and I don't know how long this is going to go on for, but someone needs to notice and someone needs to help her. Because if you let that go unchecked, it's going to become a very, very major problem for her, health wise, and just mentally as well. So hopefully someone notices. I think if anyone would notice, maybe it would be Sarasa, but I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see if anyone's going to notice. But that seems to be the next big drama with the show, if that makes sense. That they've been setting up for a couple of episodes now. Kind of introduced the idea of like, oh, you need to watch your weight, and we're starting to see the fact that like this is becoming a bit more of a major problem than just, oh, I've put on a few too many pounds this week, something like that. So yeah, interesting to see where this goes. I don't know where the Chosen Maidens is coming from. Maybe like we're picking roles or something for like our first production, because we haven't really focused on the actual like production and like performing side of this show yet. It's very much been character driven, which I expected to an extent, but I would have thought like some more performance related stuff would have shown up. So I guess we'll see. Anyway, go and load the episode up here. As per usual, these are time-based formats here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture and picture, you can go to my Patreon down description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture and picture X I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, can't talk sometimes, as well as the rest of the Patreon shows such as World Trigger, Sympho Gear, and Log Horizon. Hopefully getting them on track this week. We'll see how well I can manage that. But here on YouTube we do time-based. So bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3 to 1 play. On play say episode, I say episode, and we should be in sync. Watch this one on Funimation as per usual, since they're the ones who license the series. We have the King Records logo and then the Funimation logo to start, so it's about 14 or so seconds just over to go through. I'll call them out as go past, but you can also see a screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. King Records. Funimation. Cheers. Here we go. Get them stretches in. It's not a healthy way of doing it, probably. Oh boy. Oh boy. Do you know anything? Yeah, she doesn't know shit. Wow. Yeah. Is it? Oh, okay. Romeo and Juliet, classic. Sure. That'd be time. I'm gonna guess I probably ends up growing out her hair more this series now. Maybe this was the catalyst that causes it. We'll see. Alright, here we go. The Chosen Maidens. Yeah, boy. Hmm. Hmm. Who the hell is this? Number 2 star in the Winter Troop, okay. She's playing this one. Hmm. Oh boy. Oh boy. She's obsessed. Potentially, yeah. Girls in the back are just like, is it that big a deal? Hmm. Hmm. The classic. Wow, that's extravagant. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Some uniforms. Mm-hmm. And the hair's getting longer. I don't think she said don't fall in. That very much felt like something that was just added, but sure. uh, yeah, you went up one. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, even I can pick up on that. It's not doing great. Hmm. 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 Uh oh. Yeah, she's not feeling good. Hmm. Hmm. Very supportive parents. Hmm. Yeah, go for it. Hmm. A very supportive family. Yep. Aw. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Who noticed? It's I that noticed. Okay. Mm. I don't think that's a thing, but sure, we'll go with it. Ooh. You've. Mm-hmm. Making a declaration. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Okay. More and more pressure on it. No, she didn't say that. Maintain, though. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it doesn't mean you need to add on to it, though. Then teach them the right way to handle that abuse. Don't just throw more at them and hope they figure it out. No. I don't like this teacher. I think she has a very bad way of dealing this. Then teach her the right way to have a backbone. Hmm. I get the point that teacher's been trying to make, but like... Mm-hmm. Okay. Seen this happen before. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. A solo from everyone, oh boy. This isn't gonna go well. He's very... Yeah. He knows something's very much... I'm gonna start off with her. Take me to them. She's gonna pass out. Yep, down she goes. Yep. Yep. Franchise, okay. Fever. Mm-hmm. Teacher in the back says no. Hmm. This teacher's going above and beyond here. I like this guy. He's trying his best. Hmm. 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 Love you. I love this guy. I love this guy. That's true. It's chosen. Okay, I get it. Hmm. Yep. Hmm. I love this teacher. I love him. Good, 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 good. Hey, my sunset. Okay. Mm, yep. She just didn't have that push and drive. Hmm. Everyone has their worries. There's no one in this world that doesn't have a worry of some description. Hmm. Hmm. So a hint to more backstory stuff with her? A glimpse of stardom. Okay. That was a good episode. That was a very, very good episode. I'm glad Yamada's doing better. I'm glad she's doing better. Don't think she's necessarily out of the woods just immediately out of that. Like, if it was a full-on eating disorder, what was it? Like, what do they call it? The binging and whatting? I forget it. Binging and ditching, or whatever it's called. It is very much a mental thing, though. Like, your mental state has a huge impact on those sorts of things. So, now that she has... Well, she had that one teacher believe in her and tell her, like, you have a talent. You're here for a reason. Don't squander it because it only comes around once. And I know you can do it. Like, hats off to that teacher. Like, that's the kind of teacher I think everyone should have in their school. Like, at least one teacher in your school needs to be like that guy. Like, in some form or fashion. Like, not obviously exactly, but, like, you need a teacher that is willing to, like, make sure that you're doing good. Because, like, I feel like it very much feels like it's a attached sort of thing. Because, like, I was, for a while, the last, like, 5 or so years, I've been contemplating going back into university, finishing off my A-level maths, going for a full maths degree with teaching degree added on, and pursuing that line of career. There's been many, many, many years of debating, should I go that route with my career? It's been something I've been considering, whether I should be a teacher or not. Specifically maths, just because it's a subject that I have a particular skill for, and particular enjoyment for as well, which partly, in thanks, has to come from Mr. Zalaba, or I guess he might be Dr. Zalaba by now, I don't know. Like, Mr. Zalaba was our teacher for GCSE mathematics. I only had him for 1 year, which honestly is the greatest disappointment. I wish I could have had him all through my maths time at school. Like, I really do wish I could have had him the entire time. And he was the one. His teaching style, especially, was just perfect for making you understand that it's not getting the answer that you have to worry about with maths. It's knowing the process and knowing how to figure out the process so that you can adapt it. Because a lot of teaching is just, here's the information, remember it, and then recall it for your test later. He didn't want you to think that was the way to study and revise and, like, think about the world. It's about very much more of an IQ, like, flexible intelligence of, like, figuring something out, problem solving, and utilizing them, like, having the skills so that when you are confronted with a problem, you have a subset of skills you can use to figure out, okay, does this one apply, that one apply, etc. And for that, I genuinely think he was one of the best teachers I ever had at school, and I'm very thankful for his teaching. I'd love to see him again one day, and thank him again for that, but yeah, having a teacher like that actually motivates you can really change your entire outlook on school, because I don't care for school, realistically. I can't say, like, school was the greatest thing in the world. The best thing about school is that it's a forced social environment. Honestly, that's probably the best thing about school, because once you come out of school, it's very hard to keep up that same level of social interaction. Like, it's really difficult to have that same level, because, like, you obviously have your main friend group that you're probably very familiar with, and you probably keep up with them throughout after school for a long time as well, especially if you're going to university with a group of friends. It's like you have that social group, but once you're out just, like, in the normal workspace, it's like, I don't have a friend group anymore. Maybe that's just my conscious decision as well, obviously, but, like, yeah, I don't have a big social group like I did in school. Like, in school, I had my main class, I had my different classes for different subjects, because, like, there was a top, middle, and bottom class for pretty much all subjects. Some had only, like, a top and a bottom. Some had top, middle, bottom. Like English and mathematics obviously had top, middle, bottom. In like stuff like religious studies, I think it was just like, it was just your class, as it were. So it's like I was class was I think I was class 10L. I forget how they named the class. I think it was 10L because it's like our homeroom teacher essentially was it Mrs. Llewellyn? Might have been Mrs. Llewellyn. Could have been. I can't remember. But yeah, so it'll be like just that homeroom class would go for this subject. You just have that on time, as opposed to being split into like ability level, which maths and English and stuff was. I was always in top class, which was nice. And as a result, I think I got the better teachers because of it, because we got Mr. Lava, we got Mr. Lloyd for English. He was a very fun character. He knew how to take a kind of boring subject in English, to be fair. Like, doing English was never really a fun class, but he made it fun and entertaining and still linked it back to the things he was trying to teach. He wasn't just, like, letting us have it easy for, like, 20 minutes, but he, like, linked whatever he used back into his teachings, which was very, very clever. Some of our science teachers also did that quite a lot in middle school as well. I think we had that, like with Bill Nye the Science Guy. Like, watched a lot of Bill Nye in that class, and it was great. It just worked. So that's why I kind of like teachers can have a huge influence. And I don't know if the UK still has a teacher shortage at this point. When I was going through school and like we were going through like, oh, what your future career paths were and stuff, like I did discuss the potential of me studying to be a maths teacher as well. And I think it was my other math teacher that I had in year 11 at that time. I think I forget when this was. Who mentioned that there was I think it was also Mr. Lubman who also mentioned that like maths teachers were in severe shortage in the country, and like there's a lot of open positions for that. So yeah. Anyway, I went off on a bit of a rant there about school, but it's been a long time since I thought about that, and seeing that teacher there be like that was just like every school needs a teacher like that. They just need it. Like, if you can find a teacher like that at your school, be thankful they exist, because they're not common. They're really, really not common. And you should treasure them and be thankful for the time they're putting into teaching you and trying to give you the best chance you have through school. So, like, you can complain about school, you can complain about the curriculum, you can complain about the way things are taught, what necessarily is being taught. Like, a lot of life skills don't end up getting taught, but at the end of the day, there are some teachers out there who are really trying their best to broaden their subject and show you that just because it's a subject you have to remember and do a test for, you can still apply it in the everyday world, and you can use what you learn in that class to help you in the world just in general. So, treasure those teachers, because they're very, very important. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the summer 2021 lineup you can find out on the channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time. See you guys later.